Hopefully.
I really hope to.
I hope we're going to be okay. GM, everybody, we are back. I'm at my cousin's house, and I think the Wi-Fi is pretty good, but it's probably not as good as mine at home. So we might have some issues. So bear with us. I can already tell I'm a little laggy. So we're going to do the best we can. Welcome back, Adrian.
Don't be laggy.
Don't be laggy. Welcome back, Adrian. We're back.
Holy. I can't even tell you what it feels like to take a week off. It feels like, it feels like a really long time.
I did think about you though, when I bought these the other day. I got some Liquid Death, and I did have a biscuit. So Liquid Death and a biscuit from a little throwback for you OGs, back to East Denver a while ago. All right.
Are we sponsored by Liquid Death yet?
Not yet, but Liquid Death, if we love you and we'd love to be sponsored by you. So, hit us up. No, we're not sponsored by them, but we love them anyway. And with that, we are going to officially start and kick this off and get back to it. So we'll be back in 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Monday, July 7th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Adrian for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. And we might go a little long. We might go a little short because who knows? Everything could collapse at any minute, and we might not have Wi-Fi.
Want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we know, the process of alerting people when we go live on the mini app is still a manual thing.
Yeah.
So I still am pressing a button to tell people. We also have a 3-minute cache on our mini app.
Oh, right.
Of the latest video, longer story. So that means I'm checking to see if the mini app says we're live now.
Yeah.
Which should be within 3 minutes of when we actually go live. Right. So right now it's 2 minutes and 57 seconds. It's still like right now I'm looking at our mini app. It's still showing our.
So you're waiting for it to show the live. Oh.
So this is not the funny story. This is just the background to the funny story. So I go onto our mini app and our last video is tagged with altered, it's like got a big disclaimer from YouTube that says altered or synthetic content.
They think we're AI.
So then I was like, learn more. So I go to why, what is it? And it is for disclosure, you're supposed to tell people if you're using, no, I have to read this whole thing. So this is new to me.
Oh, did we check thing by accident or something? I don't know.
No, I just looked at the very first thing. Oh, does digitally. Oh, never mind. I'm complete. The first thing on the list says applying beauty filters. And guilty. I don't know if you know this, but our StreamYard lets you choose how much of a subtle, how much filtering you want on your face. And I don't like to wear makeup. So I add a little subtle filter and I'm like, but and I'm sorry now because I realized I read it wrong. It says it doesn't require disclosure. Okay. But if you're digitally generating or altering content, they think we're AI.
They think we're AI. All right.
This is bullshit.
Human. Proof of human, YouTube.
Okay. I'm really upset now. And
that's funny. All right. So we have to make sure, sometimes you check things off when you load up YouTube. So it's possible I checked off something by accident that said it's altered content, but I'll double check that.
Anyway, that is
really
hilarious.
Funny. No, we're live. We're real people.
Okay. Yeah.
ZK. YouTube. We need when ZK for YouTube. There you go. Doofy, where are you when we need you? All right, let's dive into the very important things that were happening on Farcaster last week. Dan found birding, and so therefore all of us did. So, okay. So Dan's birding somewhere. And this was from DWR. Why didn't anyone tell me that birding is like Pokemon for people who enjoy the woods? Like, okay. This is so funny. But the funnier part was Varun's reactions were hilarious. And this was these, can someone start a poly market for Dan getting into woodworking next? So funny. And then this was also a favorite of mine. He asked ChatGPT, my co-founder is suddenly tweeting pictures of birds and clouds every few hours. Should I be concerned? Evaluating co-founder behavior. The user is worried about their co-founder frequently tweeting pictures of birds and clouds, and they're wondering if they should be concerned. The behavior could be stress relief. There you go. Personal interest or potential sign of mental health issues, like a manic episode. It's worth considering whether it's a temporary habit or a bigger shift in their behavior. I think it should offer a brief, reassuring response and encourage a conversation to get clarification around the changes. That I lost it when I saw that. That was so funny. Just so funny. And by the way, here was the clouds part of this equation. The clouds were also funny. The birds were a little more enjoyable, but Dan also did talk about some clouds. In particular, cumulus congestus from his walk the other day. So there you go. But this was just absolutely hilarious. And people followed suit. Here was Will Warren from Matcha, Bird is the Word, Portland, Maine, with Linda. There you go. And then he had a few of them, actually. There was a couple here, I think. Yeah, there's another one. So we had some birds there. Everyone started sharing birds. So there we go. Lots of birds. Things got weird. Things get weird when people go on vacation, and I did like this. Brad Q with the new app update looks great on my phone. Probably looks amazing in liquid glass. That's really funny. So we're getting rid of the arch, adding a bird, and we'll be the new bird app. I don't know. Something to that.
But just for this week.
Could work.
We've got short attention spans.
Yeah, just this week. So while I was on my vacay, I hear we like birds and clouds now. So I thought I'd throw some up there. I went sailing, took some pictures, and I also was down by the Cape Cod Canal. So there's some birds. Some pictures of birds. So funty. And then you were gardening, but also before that, then there were bunnies. Then everyone quick TWB casted quick. Founders and bird people are asleep post bunnies. You posted some bunnies. Everyone started posting bunnies. There's no way we are getting rid of the Christian rap. It's just not happening. Not after this week. Absolutely not. It's not possible.
Right. And just birds and bunnies are very literal, right? Like it's not code for something else. It's just animals.
Yes. If you're only listening to this, please go watch it so that you can see the actual birds, bunnies, and clouds. This is not like some kind of code. We're not talking about NFTs. Actual animals in the wild and nature and gardens. So you did this big garden photo dump and then showed everything you made, and it was lovely. Went through your whole process. This was beautiful, and all the different prep and everything. So that was really cool. So go check that out. This link will be in the show notes, but you can check out Adrian's cooking. It's lovely.
You know what I didn't post?
What didn't you post?
Any videos.
I noticed that.
I was like I was weeding, gardening, cooking all day, like had the best time, and I was posting updates and photos, not video. It is my protest.
You're protesting the video content? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I've been posting video content. I've been posting more of it. I was posting my sailing. I posted from there. It was lovely. I did a canal and talk. I was walking along the Cape Cod Canal, did a little canal and talk.
Yep. And that is why you will be higher on the leaderboard than me. The algo gods will look upon you very fondly.
This is the worst I've ever been on the leaderboard, which I think is good since I was on vacation. That's a good thing. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm like at 200 and something, which I've never been. I don't know that I've ever been over 100 or not much over 100. So that was interesting. But lovely, absolutely lovely. Look at that garden. You're out there gardening and all kinds of cool things. And then we had Log-A-Dog. This is important news. Log-A-Dog season's back. Season 2, the internet's summer hot dog eating competition. So you upload your selfies while you're eating a hot dog. And then you can actually, if you own any $ hot dog, you can upvote or downvote photos that people post. And I was downvoting so many because, guys, it says log a dog. You need to be eating a hot dog. What part of this do you not understand? Like, doesn't say post your dog, like your pet. It doesn't say post random photo of you doing anything else but eating a hot dog or random meme. Like, no, just hot dogs. Just hot dogs. Okay, rant over. But I swear I just spent most time downvoting things. Like downvote.
What about a hot dog? Can we make an exception?
The hot dog? Are you eating the hot dog? Then no, you're supposed to be eating the hot dog. It's very important rules to pay attention to. But really fun. This is from Mike.eth, our friend Mike. Very fun. Go check it out. It's a fun little summer thing. All rules and regulations are clearly posted. Please abide. Exactly, Mike. Like, how hard is it? How hard is it?
Have you met crypto people? This is why we have smart contracts. This is why we have smart contracts that enforce rules, because we're not going to read the rules.
I know. Like, just read the rules. Speaking of rules, 10K word count. Perfect use case.
For pro subscribers.
For pro subscribers, you have a 10K word count so you can do long form content on Farcaster. Adrian has long been an opponent of long form content on Farcaster, but would you agree that being able to post the whole entire Declaration of Independence on July 4th is a good use case of the 10K content? There you go.
I do.
But you can't read that. You can't read that. But you can read this. So
I do. And I typically don't love the, like, I'm copying content, someone else's content, and just posting it on my feed. However, I will make an exception for the Declaration of Independence because I probably think people haven't read it, even though you could. And so it's a nice push to people. So well done.
Exactly. Also, sometimes it triggers people because they think you're talking about somebody in particular, but you're not. Which is, I always find very amusing.
Wait, what triggers people?
Because it starts with when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands, which have connected them with another. And it goes on to it's an indictment of King George in particular. Yes. So it's kind of funny. But I personally have always had, since college, I've had a pocket constitution that I do not have it with me on vacation, which is unusual because I usually have it in all my bags. And in there is also the Declaration of Independence. So this is like something I often read, go through, think about. I'm a nerd in that way, very much so. So there you go. So of course I'm going to post this.
I feel like a trivia question should be, which everyone should guess, but like, of the two GM Farcaster co-hosts, who has a pocket constitution?
Who owns a pocket constitution? By the way, I've given them out to all my students when I used to teach my law class. Every semester, I would buy them and hand them out to them so that they had them. And I used to joke, for when you're out at the bar and you start having a conversation about the First Amendment and someone misquotes it, you'll be ready with your pocket constitution. And the funniest thing was when one of my students came up to me in the hallway one day and went, "I know you were joking, but I actually had it with me at the bar."
That's amazing.
Awesome. That is so awesome. So there you go. So if you're wanted to read the U.S. Declaration of Independence, go check the show notes after the show. It will be there for you to give a read. All right, we have a few other things to get into, but before we do that, two things. Love it, Odd Job. Love it. So this month, starting today with today's episode, when we post it on pause.media, you'll be able to earn a DGen reward, and we'll be doing some other podcasts as well. So as we see things pop up each day, if we're not on, we're going to be doing the same and sponsoring other podcasts as well. So look for that, and we'll be posting which ones we are sponsoring. So if you mint today's episode, you'll be able to, if you're like the first 50 people or so, you'll be able to claim some DGen rewards. And thank you, Yasik and team, for that. And also, this week, we do have trivia coming back on Wednesday. And I think we're changing up what the topic's going to be. So stay tuned for that. I have to confirm which one we are going with for this week, and we'll let you know, but we'll let you know on Wednesday morning all the details so you'll be ready for the game. So go get signed up. There is 100K DGen. 100K DGen. Do you realize you could have bought 6 boxes of Girl Scout cookies with that? Had a little left over at one point. So 100K DGen, $336. It might even be more right now. I'm not sure. DGen was making some moves. That'll be on the line to win. So come play with us. It's going to be really fun. Okay, now I got to shift gears into like more news things because we have some other stuff going on. But I didn't want to share. I'm moving things around and trying to deal with like what the Wi-Fi and memory situation is with my computer right now and make sure we don't lose you. So we have a few.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
So good.
So far, so good. All right, I have to open these. That's what it is. So far, so good. But let's see. Let's see how we do, because we do have a few things. The team was very quiet last week. So it was very quiet on Farcaster. People were like, where is everybody? Everyone took a vacation and they were out birding and looking at bunnies and in their gardens and eating hot dogs. So that's where everybody was last week. But there was a few things going on. One of the things which I didn't pull, but I'll tell you about, is that there is now a Love Island channel on Farcaster. Thank you, Adrian, for your assistance in getting that done. So if you're watching Love Island, there's only one more week left. Jump in the channel, share your thoughts, share your ranting, share your memes about Love Island. I watched it I made my cousin watch it last night, and she was like, "This is so dumb." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "But now I kind of want to know what's going on." She's like, "Oh," and she saw a meme this morning on Facebook or something. She's like, "Oh, and now I understand that video." Like, see? Helping you with culture. So yeah. So there you go. Come into the Love Island channel. We've only got 1 week left. Don't worry, people. It's almost over.
I still have Virgin Eyes and an uncorrupted Love Island. I've seen 0.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I think that's okay. That's okay. Once you go down the rabbit hole, it's very happy back. Happy for you though. I'm so happy for you. I love that for you. That's what I was looking for. This from V. Okay, some Farcaster news. PSA: if your casts are showing up under show more replies, the most common reason is that you are posting in a channel and the channel owner has restricted who can reply. You have 2 options. 1, ask the channel owner to add you as a member. 2, don't post in the channel and then your replies won't be hidden. That was interesting because I wasn't thinking about that aspect of it. So that is good to know. Second PSA: if you have reply filtering set too high, the algorithm will only show you replies that you are likely to be interested in. If you want to see a lot more replies, consider changing it to medium. That's what I use, and that's the default setting when new users join today. So I was having a hard time finding this setting because I think I needed to update my app. And then it showed up. So if for some reason you're like, I don't know where to set this reply filter, you might just need to update or go on the web. It might be easier to find there. So what are you setting your,
I haven't changed it.
Have you changed it at all?
I haven't changed it.
It was at high for me, and then I had to go in and shift it.
If high is the default, that's probably where I am.
I think high is the default for anyone who was already on, and anyone new coming in, medium is now the default. So you may want to make some adjustments. All right, see what happens. But it was helping to see a few more replies than normal, so that was good. This also from V, control your experience on Farcaster. We've added 3 new filtering options for notifications, replies, and channels. You can pick the lowest setting if you don't want to miss a thing, or the higher settings if you're overwhelmed with notifications and want us to filter out the most important updates for you. Try these out today. Settings, notifications, settings, feed, and settings, channel manage who can cast. So that gives you a lot of customization to your feed. And that to me is like, I think the most important thing is like, make the feed what you want it to be. And that way you don't have to whine about stuff you don't want to see. If you don't, for some reason, you're weird and you don't want to see dog content, feel free to mute Bert, but do so at your peril is what I would say. Personally, I have notifications on, your call. But you do you. And this also from V, because literally Dan is only posting birds and clouds for the past week. So the only updates we have are from V. Weekly rewards are meant to support creators who spend their time and energy creating and engaging content on Farcaster. We've seen some accounts try to trick the algo by coordinating engagement and redirect rewards towards low effort or uninteresting content. We're making changes to fix this. 1, the algo will reward diverse weekly engagement. If you get 2 likes from different people, they'll give you more points than 2 likes from the same person. 2, the algo may reduce or eliminate points from some accounts based on heuristics, engaging with spammy accounts only with a particular account in time patterns that suggest coordination, etc. These changes will roll out on Tuesday. This was last Tuesday. For more details on how rewards work, see the pages below. So you can go to the Notion if you want to really dig in and learn more about how rewards are determined. And I don't know if that's affecting. I don't think that's affecting. I think it's just me being casting a lot less as to why my number's down. But I think it's just because I'm casting a lot less this week. Why isn't this opening for me? Okay, hold on. This one isn't opening. I'm just trying to get this one open. Come on. I'm just hoping we stay on long enough.
Here for it to come back.
Yeah, it came on and then it disappeared on me again. Why is it going away? Come on. You can do it. I know you can. So base on-chain summer is starting. So that's what this is. And next Wednesday, they're going to be doing a big event in LA. They're going to be doing some streaming as well. I did reach out to Jesse on XMTP's chat on Coinbase Wallet beta. And we're trying to either get him or somebody from the team to come on and talk about all the new updates and everything they're doing and on-chain summer. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. I do need to get in there and play with this on-chain summer billboard thing and add our customizations to it. So I haven't had a chance to do that. So this is from Base. On-chain summer is heating up. It belongs to everyone and the brand is yours to build with. Remix the visuals and make your own mark. And they did give you a Figma to play around with. So we should do that and play around with it. Make a little GM Farcaster one. It would be so fun. This from Octant. They just finished up their artist and designer competition. This community never fails to amaze us. 173 designers showed up to make Ethereum look as good as it works. We're reviewing all the entries with the respective teams with so much love right now. Winners announced July 8th. So tomorrow, thank you for caring, fam. So that's awesome. Great to see that. And hopefully we'll have some winners to share on Wednesday. And this also from Octon, which I love you, Octon, but this would have been great 3 months ago. Would have been phenomenal to have 3 months ago. Octon explained. So this is an Octon 101. What is Octon? Why choose Octon? And how does Octon work? So you can go check this out from the Octon account in the Octon channel. So there you go. If you're more like, I know you guys have been talking about Octon, but we didn't know what it is. Now you do. Now you can go
Yeah.
check that out. So very cool.
Also, yeah, and also, if you were a founder, you should also have a one pager. Like, have your one pager that's just what are you and what are you doing? I mean, it's like the classic stuff. And so go make that and
I
share
think
it.
that. Do we have a one pager? We kind of do. We have a media kit.
Okay, you don't know this, but we do because I created one about 1.5 years ago.
Oh, that's right. We do have one. Never mind. We've got one. Oops, is this where I want to go next? Yeah, I want to go to this one next. So this was so funny. Did you see the Hot or Not presidents? Hot or Not?
Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. I saw Linda post it and I was like, okay, definitely need to come back and watch this.
So this is really, really
and then
funny.
I saw you pull it. And can we get volume on and watch it, or is it too
I got
long?
to change it up. 1 second.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to change it up. But this is the app. This is like the mini app, and it's HOTUS or NOTUS, so it's hot or not. And it's so funny. Like, so Abraham Lincoln, hot or not? I'm going, hot. But it's so funny because in my head, I'm also making comments like, fourscore and very hot, things like that. And I can't help myself. I'm going, we're moving along. We're just going to move along really quick here on this one. I give the VP. I give.
He's
Pence not bad. Not bad. I give him a hot. Herbert Hoover, definitely not. No. Put us in the Great Depression. Sometimes some people were saying like, okay, Ulysses S. Grant, the last time I checked this, was way up there. Does everyone understand? He was not good. He was not a good president. Great general. Not hot.
Okay, are you conflating hotness with competence and integrity and values and being a good person and being a good president and being hot?
Yes, I am. I'm very much doing that. Like,
I think you're not reading the instructions.
I know. I'm not following instructions. I am very much like looking at this in a broader perspective, the same as I look at any type of man. I'm like, there's more to you than just the looks.
Actually,
that go to the hotness.
We were talking about this on the feed recently, that beauty comes from within, like, and how, and we were worried that this next generation where everything is so performative and on social media and there's filters for everything, like, and people need to be reminded that actually, like, hotness comes from within.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying. So William Henry Harrison, the man couldn't put a coat on. I mean, come on. He was only president for like a second.
3
Scaramucci's. That's funny. Really funny. Like I can't with this guy. Couldn't put a coat on.
He's also not
Nelson
hot.
Rockefeller. He's also not hot. I mean, he's not hot either, but he did have a lot of money. Hannibal Hamlin, I didn't even know who that was. But how funny are the comments? It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Okay. Do you know the name of my PFP is Hannibal?
I do know that.
Yeah.
I do know that.
George Clinton. Hot.
Somehow less attractive than the other George Clinton. The other George Clinton, I would give hot. This one, not hot. Not hot. Okay, we could do this all day, but we're going to move on. Also not hot for many reasons. Okay, so that was really funny. Go check out the video too as well, but go play the game. It's kind of fun. And this from Kay Cornish, this is amazing, and I'm going to try to play this video actually in 1 second. My Farcaster family, tonight we're going to make someone's dream come true. Our concert in less than 3 hours, and you can all watch it live after the last piece of Off Tense. We'll finally get her bassoon. She doesn't have any idea. It's going to be legendary. So then she did post a video of her presenting the bassoon. So just backstory for those who are like, what?
Yeah.
What? There was a crowdfund to buy this orchestra bassoon player a new bassoon, because is it even hers? I don't think it's hers. I think she's been borrowing one or something, right? Or renting or something like that. And they finally presented it to her last night, and it was really just a beautiful moment. And do you think I have it ready to go? No, of course I don't. Let me find it real quick. And it was just lovely. And honestly, I was crying. I was crying watching this, and there was a shout out to Farcaster, and this, the bassoon player was crying. I was crying. Everybody was crying. It was really amazing. So, let me pull this up. It's a little long, so I'm going to go towards like the end of this where Kate starts talking. Hold on. And let me bring this up. Hold on. Whoops. Nope. 1 second, please. Please wait 1 moment. First day back, we're going to have issues. We're just going to have issues.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
You're not in your studio.
I'm not in my studio. I'm really just, yeah. I think it's this one. Yep. And here we go. So she's getting it, and hold on. Let me get this playing. And make sure this is on, and make sure this is up. And hopefully you can hear this.
Few words more against the Zoom. I just would like to add that, in this very special moment for you, I want you to know that there are 165 people that we made this poster, there, please too, that we believe in you.
Sorry. Come on. Go.
Those people, this is a fantastic community that I am part of.
Come on.
I'm proud to be part of this community. It's a decentralized social network where we share our ideas and crazy project about the future. And when I heard about your story, I really thought
This is making me crazy. Come on, just play. Come on, play. All right.
A Fox bassoon has been sourced in Texas and transported by Master to this festival.
That was going backwards. Okay. We're going to... I couldn't get to the end, but she's talking about Farcaster and this community coming together to buy the bassoon through the crowdfunding, and it was just amazing. So go check that out on Kate's profile. Sorry, that was not playing well. Again, apologies. But just amazing. It was so amazing. And it really made me cry. And that's what's special. And just made this, amazing. So thank you, Kate, for doing that. Thank you for sharing it with us so we could be a part of it as well. So, and with that, anything else, Adrian, that I may have missed? I know there was a ton of other things. We narrowed it way down. But anything that I missed that was big that you wanted to talk about?
No, I think I don't know, covered the big stuff. It was a fun week.
Covered all the big ones. It was a
good week.
I had a nice time off. Good week. We have 2 more shows this week. So we have Wednesday morning, 8:30, and then we have Thursday this week, 11:30, and we have special guests coming on. So you want to tell the folks who's joining us on Thursday?
Yes. We have Ben Brode from EVM Mavericks. I actually just pinged him this morning to ask how to pronounce it. So it's EV. Is it EV Mavericks or is it EVM Mavericks? I don't know. We're going to figure that out and learn about it. And Yeah, so they're coming on and they're sponsoring our show on Thursday. So super excited to bring him on, hear what they're up to. He wanted to EVM Mavericks is a community that was, I think, came out of like a subreddit from years ago. Like I don't know. I gotta reread
It's a
the
lot
story.
of
I want to hear about
crypto,
it.
very early crypto subreddits, like even
Mhm.
before like the, crypto Twitter took off. There's a lot of like these crypto subreddits
Yeah.
that are still very
And they have a
active.
DAO, right? They have a
Yeah.
DAO, they have a treasury. They really wanted to support other so I
Love
was
that.
talking to, me. It's like, well, what are your goals for sponsoring GM Farcaster? And it's like we just want to support GM Farcaster. I'm like, that's not how sponsorship works. What do you want out of it? So there's so many of these
But we
just
want to help
like
you.
yeah, but it's like these common it's like these values aligned
Yeah.
groups that really, this is that I think Octant was similar. It's like you're in the public good space. And you have treasuries and you want to throw around the support. So we were really enthusiastically or enthusiastic, I don't know, very happy to accept their sponsorship. And but then they also are doing podcasts and other stuff. So I'm excited to bring them on.
Yeah.
Ben's
And we're
been,
going to and they'll be one of the podcasts that we sponsor with DGen when they release their next one on pods. So that'll be one of the ones that you'll be able
And
to
Ben's
mint
one of
and get a reward.
Yeah, and Ben's one of those guys like I know from Farcaster, and I see him in the chat. So, but we've never met, so I'm so excited to get him on.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
And meet on a stream. What else was I gonna say? Oh,
so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We got a fun week, and we've got trivia. I am still technically on vacation, so this is going to be
all week.
I'm going to be still less active. I'm still up. Yeah, I'm still up north for the week, so I'm going to have like weird setups and things, but still seeing some fam. Still going to have weird backgrounds. You can kind of see like there's a
right. And if we do a show
there.
Thursday, that means no Friday. So maybe Prof and I may be meeting up in Connecticut for an offsite. All right. So if we're done with the shoes, can I just quickly? There were some things mentioned in the chat this morning that I just want to. Okay. So first, I think we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube since our last episode. So a big shout out, Miriam. Thank you for bringing that up because we forgot. Thank you to everyone who does subscribe.
We did.
We love you.
Thank you.
And
that's what we need to figure out. That's one of the things like in my mind when I was going on vacation, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna focus on how we're gonna grow, and I'm gonna focus on this, and I'm gonna focus on this, and I'm gonna read 10 books, and I'm gonna write stuff. And then I did nothing but watch Love Island and eat good pizza, and that was about it. Like in hot dogs. And go sailing.
I really think you need to sometimes like really reset. Yeah. Like you actually do need to before you can like come back to building. And I also was going to spend the week strategizing about all the things. And I don't know. Okay. There were a few comments about AI and I don't know if this is like YouTube telling like Greg, you were missing the beginning, but YouTube started flagging our content as like not real. Yeah. So I don't know if that's what your comment was. And then because someone else also added a say no to AI art.
AI art.
Is this related? Or is YouTube trying to tell people we're not real? Okay. So
we're real. We swear. We swear we're real.
That's really weird. Yeah. And the only other thing I would say, if someone can go give, I feel like Gregarious needs a hug this morning. He's like,
the eternal optimism is tiring. It is.
But no, some people just suck. Admit it. Nobody sucks. Some people display sucky behavior. Doesn't mean they suck as people. Okay. That was all. Some of these things made me laugh. That's all. And Mika's in the chat who's been very busy coding and has more. So I'm obsessed with Mika's coding arc. So congrats and keep going.
Did you play the States game too? Oh, the States game was somebody else. Who was the States game? Oh, that was Linda. Linda did the States game, and the other one was the flag game. The flag game was Mika. The States game, there was a couple things that were just like, I'm like, I know that's Vermont. Don't you tell me that's not Vermont. There were some things that were wrong. Like, that is absolutely Vermont. Yeah, it's fun to see a whole bunch of people coding things that normally don't code. So it's been really fun. And I think that's, in terms of like, I don't know, to me, like that's a really big positive of AI and vibe coding and things like that. So fun to see. Oh, what we didn't talk about? There's a whole bunch of stuff we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about reply. That's a new token and a new thing where you can basically make people reply to you. You can pay them to reply. Not a bad way to get me right now since I'm way behind on my DMs and DCs.
Okay, I feel like we might need to cover that because I'm pretty sure I've been recasting reply stuff based on amps. Like I think they're paying me to recast it.
They are.
I do not endorse. My recast does not equal endorse. I should add that.
Especially when you're on vacation. You have no idea what's going on.
I've gotten lots of, I think that was hilarious because I actually did not realize I saw it was someone launching something and I've been every now and then in check, but I didn't actually realize that's what it was about. Yeah. So maybe we might have to cover that on Wednesday.
So there's that.
For me.
For you. Just for you. So there's that. Noise is about to do a big airdrop of like 2% of the, supply that they had locked up. And Noise has been popping off with a lot of, different enhancements and things like that over the past week or so. Betterment, Toady did something with a capybara. I don't know, but they got a lot going on. And I think he's bringing on, Burr's joining them to be the, chief fun officer. So look for more fun coming from them. Yeah. So that'll be fun. So those were 3 things. And then there was one more thing that I was thinking of, and then it left my brain of like people building different things that were really fun. And I can't remember what it is now. But there's been a lot of those kind of things happening, but it's still been a fairly quiet week.
Yeah.
Overall, just because.
I just got this vision of the future, and I realized how hard it is to cover Farcaster news because Farcaster is like a platform that you can code on. So you can cover, it's easy to cover some of the platform announcements, but when people start launching, and then you go from launching a mini app, but when you're launching, it's like platforms on platforms on platforms, it gets really hard to know everything that's happening across the board. So if only there was people who
I know it's going to be real. It's going to get even tougher because next week, once Coinbase wallet goes live,
TBA to be announced, I guess.
So there were 2 more things. Base dropped a mint for an NFT that gives you some new things if you play the Base Drop game. Base Drop game is really fun. So check that out. Remix.
Oh, is that Farcade?
Yes. Don't like the name. Don't like the name.
Okay.
But love the team.
Why don't you like the name? Is it just changed or you just love the name Farcade?
I loved the name Farcade. I think it was really good branding. It was very smart. So that's what, Brad joked that like, oh, you're like that with everything I said. I'm really not. Like, I'm totally fine with Warpcast going back to Farcaster. I was totally fine with that. If you're going back to a better name, if you're making a better choice, I'm not against that whatsoever. Or if it's a legal thing, like sometimes the trademark's not available or something like that, then it makes sense to me. But Farcade is such a good name, even though, it's the Farcaster. Oh, we want it to be beyond Farcaster. It doesn't matter. Far can be anything. So Farcade made a lot of sense to me. Remix could be, it's too generic. It's too generic. I like some of the logo branding is cute. The color is okay. Like some of it's okay, but I just like Farcade so much better. So made me a little sad. But at first I thought Farcade was gone. And a lot of people did, because you go into your mini app, and if that's something you play every day, you're like, where did it go? Oh my God, it's gone. And I think some people lost their streak.
Oh no.
They thought it was gone.
And we're so early. Like Farcade is it's like less than a year old. So to have people that are already these daily active users and super fans, but
totally.
Stream rebranded, a lot of rebrands.
Yeah, there was a lot of things rebranding. This is funny, by the way. I don't know when that will happen, but the most likely thing you'll see first is me using something like, what was it? O'Hara or doing a Farcade game is the most likely scenario than me doing a full-on vibe coded app. Because I just don't have those skills to make it really good. Like I would need a co vibe coder to get me through it.
I think I actually feel like a in-person vibe coding workshop would be great because you will get,
Yes.
you could do it. Like you could 100%
sure I
vibe
could.
code a mini app, but you get stuck on one little thing and to have to wait to figure that out is too frustrating. So if you have like a team of, let's just say Dylan's walking around the room who can be like, hey, this is
yeah.
This
Yeah,
what you should do.
exactly.
Make it a lot easier. Yeah.
That's so funny about, IBM slowed down on making machines, but kept the name. It was smart. Like you don't get rid of a good name. You just don't. Like
Right.
dumbest thing I saw, this is completely irrelevant from Farcaster, but dumbest thing, and I said it at that moment, was HBO changing to HBO Max.
Oh,
But dumber was getting rid of the HBO. And guess what? They're going back
they're
to
back.
it. Because they realized, that was dumb. We took this really solid brand and like tossed it aside for something so generic, and it's just stupid. So yeah, don't do those things. They're dumb. But anyway, in another life, I was a trademark attorney. So that's why this is like something that I do actually think about.
You're like a
lot.
cat.
There's so many stupid things in my
A lot of lives.
I did. I have. I've bounced around. It's funny though, because a lot of these things are like significant lengths of time too. It's just I'm old. So you get a lot of different parts to your worlds. So
Yeah.
lots of things.
Perks of being old.
Perks of being old. I also found the We Do Not Care Club, which I have not shared on Farcaster yet, but you may have come across it in other social media, and it is hilarious. But it's really just for women and perimenopause, menopause women, but it's funny. It's speaking to me. The things we do not care about. It's pretty funny.
The list is long.
The list is long, but the woman is really funny. She's really funny. She's got the like readers on, and she's got a highlighter and a notebook.
Totally related to menopause. You know what we didn't cover from
that? Where we lose the whole entire crowd of 30-something dudes.
Yeah. Okay, this is what we didn't talk about, our thirst traps on Farcaster.
Oh.
Thirst trap meta. I don't know if we need to. We can just say it's there and you can do your own research on Farcaster, decide how you feel about it. But that also seemed to have happened or is happening.
I think where people get upset is when the thirst trap meta starts earning a lot of rewards. I don't think people care that much about it in general. I think they care when it's being rewarded. That's what I've seen.
Wait, I can't. This is funny. Tell me more. Of course. But which could just be a joke, or you might not know, right? Yeah. People don't have the same algorithm. So maybe if I'm assuming this is a genuine question, maybe I'll try to explain what the thirst trap meta is in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Oh, they know.
By the way, did you see Bert's thirst trap?
No.
It was so.
Well, what did he do?
He set up his bowl was under like a trap, like a.
Oh, like literal, like a literal.
It was really fun.
Love you. We love you, Bert. Okay.
I love you, Bert.
So I just say Farcaster has let's say a history of being wholesome Christian rap. Like it's, and I actually don't know even how to cover it. So then people, King.
So there's been some King and horny and dollar sign horny.
Not sure I can.
It's just so I don't know. I think there's some. Here's how I would explain it. I think some of it is not actually thirst traps, but it's being seen that way, and some of it really is. And that I feel like is coming from people who are new to Farcaster, who are posting the way they post on other platforms like Instagram. Instagram's very
there were
trappy.
Yeah, because there was such a dearth of thirst trap. I don't even know. I'm too old to even say thirst trap. I don't even. Okay, I didn't grow up with the internet. Okay, but because there was not a lot, when there would be the random one, I think King started recasting them to like, look, and King is an OG Farcaster
Yeah.
like, and a little bit of an anon kind of like shit poster.
Yeah.
Um,
He's a shit caster.
shit caster.
Yeah.
So like you'd start posting them and then then it just became a like thing. Like let's highlight all the thirst traps on Farcaster.
Right.
But then you just have people posting kind of like pictures of themselves.
Yeah. And those aren't necessarily thirst traps.
Yes. And then when that starts kind of getting sucked into the thirst trap vortex, women feel objectified, rightful. And then it feels a little icky. And it's like when you try to have like a mono culture and like it just got weird. Is that?
Got weird. I think,
got
yeah,
weird.
but I think here's how I look at a lot of this stuff, and like the $ horny token that he launched. And, you know, when I see this stuff, like take it with a grain of salt and lightly, because something else will replace it soon. Like, you know, do you want the whole network overrun by thirst traps? No. And especially AI stuff too, like, or, you know, like not real people, blah, blah, blah. But also you can mute if that's all somebody's posting. You can block if it's really bothering you. Create your own algo. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You can just look at the following feed, like, so you're only seeing people you follow, and you don't have to follow those people. So
yeah,
there are ways
such a good
to
point.
adjust.
Like, yeah, the outrage of the day, it always passes.
Yeah, it'll pass.
Like,
This too shall pass. It always does. And there'll be something else to be pissed off about tomorrow. So don't worry. Don't you worry. We've got the rage bait for you. Just wait.
And if you post a funny meme about it, we'll feature you.
Yes, we like the funny memes. Or be like Bert. Create, you know, funny thirst traps. You know, if you're a dog, we appreciate it. All right. I think that's it. I think I'm surprised we made it through without my whole thing completely dying, but not bad. Not bad. We made it. And I did bring, like, I brought my actual microphone, my good microphone, my good camera, my light. I brought everything to try and make sure it was pretty good.
You look beautiful.
Not bad. Not bad. I just couldn't wear my hat because my hat kept fading into, because I don't have my real green screen. But this was my hat. You can kind of see it. Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart. All right. And with that, everybody, we're going to call it there. And we'll be back Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. And then on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. with EV Mavericks or EVM Mavericks. We're not quite sure which. I think it's EV Mavericks. I don't know. But I'm very excited to talk with Ben and that crew and learn more. So it'll be fun. All right. And that's it, everybody. Go post your birds and your clouds and your bunnies. Let's continue the Christian rap. Or, you know, a creative thirst trap, but make it creative. And with that, everyone, we will see you on Wednesday. Until then, bye-bye.